All right, folks, John Rush, your host today. Nobody behind the camera, it's just me, so I apologize. We'll have to do the review a little differently than I normally would today. Our driving portion will be probably cut out of this review, which is okay. We're reviewing today the 2017 Subaru Outback, and the reality is not a huge change for 2017 for the Outback. So if you want to see the driving portion of this review or of this particular car, just go back. We've done this car pretty much every year, so you can go back, look at the 2016 version. This is the 2.5i Touring Edition of the Outback. And let's just get right into it. I'll do a little bit of walk around on the car. I'll get the camera off the tripod in a minute and walk around and show you a few key features to the vehicle. But really, everything is pretty much the same as it's been on Outback. Again, Outback is in really leading class, or let me rephrase that. It's one of the leaders in its class, whether you're looking at the wagon market or even in the SUV crossover market. They really have set the bar to what other people are attaining to when it comes to this particular vehicle. 5th generation now, Outback has been out. And if you're looking for a vehicle, a wagon, sport utility type vehicle that's got a little bit lower roof line where you can get things on and off the roof a little easier, Outback would be the vehicle for you. There are other vehicles that this competes with, but they all really sit up higher, have a higher profile, but don't necessarily give you any more ground clearance than what you're getting in the Outback. So get into some of the numbers. This is the touring model, $36,870. The 2.5 liter engine gives you 175 horsepower and comes with the CVT transmission. Now, I will tell you right now, that particular combination for me personally is not my favorite. I prefer the 3.6 liter engine, especially in this altitude. Does this car work well enough here to do everything you need to do even at our elevation? Yes, but it's a little bit down on power. There are times where you're pulling into traffic, pulling away from a stoplight, things along those lines where you really would like to have that extra oomph, and it's just not here in this vehicle. It does come with paddle shifters, which gives you the ability to make it feel like it's got a 6-speed automatic transmission, but it is a constant variable transmission, a CVT. The Touring model gives you everything that the Limited and on down has, with the additions of black cladding and the sides around, and the chrome sides down the bottom there, body colored door handles, the dark gray wheels. You do get the eyesight assist, which I'll show you as we walk around the vehicle in just a minute. Heated steering wheel, Java interior color, which we'll show you in a moment. You do get a rear bumper cover as well. And then you get the silver wood grain trim inside the cabin, which I'll show you about in a minute. And as you can see right now, the silver roof rails down there. We'll talk about the Starlink and some of the things on the interior once I get to that portion. But I'll tell you what, I'll take the tripod off, we'll walk around, I'll describe a little bit more of what's on the vehicle. 2017 Subaru Outback Touring. All right, folks, as I'm now behind the camera, we'll take a little walk around of the vehicle. I'll show you the front end here and what it looks like. Again, no real significant exterior changes for the 2017 Outback. It does have, this particular model does have the great lights on the front, and it really does work well. It's even got a cornering lamp when you're going around a corner. That just, this car just works phenomenally well. I can see why Subaru sells as many of them as they do, especially in our area. Here in Colorado, we are the #2 selling state for Subaru across the country. Vermont beats us, but we're the 2nd largest selling state of Subarus in the country. So as I walk around, you'll notice good body lines. They did some changes here, a few years ago, and they really, in my opinion, sort of masculinized the vehicle a little bit. I think it just looks a lot better. This is not a bad color. I'm not a huge brown fan, but this particular color does look really, really well. And they've just, again, they've done a really great job on the vehicle. You can see the optional wheels there on the Touring model. As I get up above, you can see the roof rack up above, which they've got a really, really slick roof rack, the way that all works. And you can see that in some other reviews that we have done. As I get to the back here, and I'll instead of having the key fob, I'll just pop this real quick. You just hit the button, and it is all automatic. And you'll notice that comes up, and there's lots of storage capacity. In fact, Outback has one of the leaders in storage. 73.3 is where they come in at. As I fold this back in, you'll just see nice big back end. In fact, this has got as much room in the back end. My wife and I have a Grand Cherokee, and you'll notice this vehicle has really as much room in the back of it as a Grand Cherokee does. Both of those seats, of course, fold down in a 60-40 combination, and they give you the ability with the handle to actually do that right here, and you'll notice that seat just folded down. So you can see lots of cargo room back here. Take the privacy screen out, and you get tons and tons of room back here. Hit the button up above, comes on down all by itself, and it will close. So I'll come around this other side, and hopefully our lighting will cooperate. I'll show you the back seat real quick. And that seat, of course, is folded down as we speak. And you can see, as I fold this back up, lots of good leg room inside of this. In fact, if I were to sit in here, plenty of leg room. We've done that in some of our previous reviews that you can go back and watch, but lots of interior room. I love the color of this interior. They've just done a really, really nice job. And I don't think I mentioned when we opened up, this vehicle, $36,870 for this particular vehicle. No options on the car that we're driving. I averaged 28 miles to the gallon, and it's rated for 25 and 32. So as I move into the front seat, and I'll go over a few things here that comes in the front, or that comes with the vehicle. Again, nice and spacious. They've done a good job with the way the interior looks. The seats are comfortable. It's got all of the safety technology you could ever want in a vehicle. In fact, it's one of the top IHS picks for safety. Lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, rear collision alert. I mean, this is all on this vehicle for $36,000. It really is quite a buy. They've done a good job on the vehicle. And again, as I zoom in here, let me do this too. I'll hop in here and we'll show you a little bit of the nav system. And again, as I show you the interior, get the keys out of the cup holder here. Done a nice job on the storage. You've got a nice little storage compartment in here. The way they've done the console, I'll show you inside the console here. Again, the vehicle's laid out very, very well. They've done a good job. Nice, roomy, comfortable. They really have done a good job on the interior of the vehicle. I really, really like the way they've done things. This is actually a very not just economical, but functional vehicle. The Starlink 7.0 series nav unit, which you can see, which we've talked about again in the past. Nice unit. It works very, very well. This vehicle has the optional sunroof on it, which comes with the touring model because that's part of the limited package. And again, all of your eyesight technology, that's all built in right up here on top. So it's actually seeing as you're driving, and you can control a lot of those features right in front of you through all the different controls that are on the steering wheel itself, and the heated wheel is right down here. So again, great vehicle. We averaged 28 miles to the gallon in this car. It really is a good value of vehicle, especially if you're looking something that'll haul a lot of people, that'll haul a lot of goods, that'll get you where you want to go, and has the functional Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, which they really are a leader in. So guys, with that, look at the other review we've done for the driving portion. Otherwise, I'm going to call it good, and I'll let you look at that review. But this has been a review of the 2017 Outback, Subaru Outback. Go test drive one at your local Subaru dealer, and when you do, tell them John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. All right, folks, to finish up the review, and I apologize, it's tough to drive without a secondary person with us, and we just don't have typically I don't need the extra camera equipment to, suction cups and all of that stuff. So normally I've got a second body, but I don't today. So it's just me. And what I will tell you is 2017 Subaru Outback, phenomenal vehicle. It's a vehicle that, frankly, I had the option this week. We had a couple of press cars at one time, which we don't normally have. I had the option of actually driving the big Infiniti QX80, and frankly, I like this car so much. My son drove it, I drove this, and frankly, I was happy the entire week. This touring model, they've done a really good job. It's luxurious on the inside, it's functional, it works great. The symmetrical all-wheel drive, we had a couple of snowstorms this past week. It worked fabulous. So this is a great car. Subaru, thumbs up. You've done well. I can see why here in Colorado this is such a great vehicle, and why you're really one of the leading sellers in our state. And Colorado is one of the top-selling states for Subaru, period. So if you've never been in a Subaru, I would encourage you, go hop in one. They have taken care of some things that for years people complained about. Interior noise. They did that by putting a full frame around the windows. Fuel economy. They've done some great things to up the fuel economy. Again, we're 28.5 roughly miles to the gallon in this vehicle, and it's rated it higher than that even on the highway. So they've done some things. They've listened. They have taken those things to heart, and they really are building, in my opinion, not that they never have, but they're really building a very nice, high-quality vehicle. So if you're in the market for a wagon, a small crossover, something along those lines, I would encourage you, go out, test drive the new 2017 Outback. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how well everything works, from the Starlink system to the way everything works, the eyes, all of the things that are in this, the unit that's above me, I should say, that actually does all of the controls of the the adaptive cruise and the lane departure and all those different things that are on this vehicle. I would encourage you to go out, check out this vehicle, go to your local Subaru dealer and drive one, and when you do, tell them you heard them on Drive Radio.